your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Lupus, a disease that can become very serious for some persons, appears to be on the rise. Some residents on Grand Bahama have been recently diagnosed with the autoimmune disease. Tonight, an internal medical specialist is providing some information on lupus and says that one of the key factors to help prevent any disease is living a healthy life. Italia Hall reports.
Lupus is a long-term autoimmune disease in which the body's immune system becomes hyperactive and attacks normal, healthy tissue. Now, there are different forms of lupus as well. Internal medical specialist at the Grand Bahama Health Services, Dr. Odia Stubbs, says the focus in 2020 was the COVID-19 pandemic, where there have been several cases of lupus seen during that time.
We had more patients presenting to A&E because of the pandemic. A lot of people were, I wouldn't say not just A&E, to the community clinics, maybe the primary care physicians out there with complaints of, joint pains, abdominal pains. And I guess because you had so many people presenting now, where they would have just said, okay, that's fine, I'm just having a little joint pain. They wanted to see, whether this is COVID or not. So you would have more patients presenting, and because of that, I think you might have seen a little more diagnosis of lupus than you wouldn't normally see.
She says the disease is more prevalent in Black people.
You see it a lot in young Black women of childbearing age. And what we tend to see as physicians, you'll see these patients presenting to the A&E with non-specific symptoms. Today would be joint pains. Some people will feel fatigued a lot. Some women will come in with rashes. Some women chest pain. And you will see these people presenting over and over again.
And to diagnose lupus, Stubbs says the doctor has to know exactly what they are looking for.
Because the patient could present to you today with a history of having joint pains. But if you don't go deep into that history and ask her, okay, so have you ever had any rashes, or have you headaches, seizures, any issues with your blood? If you don't elicit these complaints, you may miss the diagnosis.
And as to how persons can prevent the disease, while the internist says the disease is genetically related, but living a healthy lifestyle, like eating healthy foods and exercising, can make a difference.
But I also want to encourage young people to do that yearly physical. Okay, a lot of people don't see doctors until they show up to the hospital and they're extremely sick. Every year, a lot of insurances do it. You have a free yearly physical, and a lot of people don't even utilize that. But when you're young, and parents too, I encourage them, from kids are very young, get them into the habit of seeing the doctor at least once a year for the physical. You do your blood work and they do the physical, the history and examination. And if you do this, you'll be able to detect things a lot quicker.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears, her work in politics and love for special needs children over the years hasn't gone unnoticed. And as we continue to celebrate Bahamians who are being recognized by the Queen for their contributions to society, tonight we highlight Shirley Gibson, a lady with a huge heart. Shirley was awarded the British Empire Medal for civic involvement and service to politics.
People do notice what you do. People notice what you do. That's what it made me realize. That it is so good. It is such a wonderful feeling to realize that you are appreciated for what you do. I don't really do things for the praise and glory of man. But the Bible says, whatever you do, do it as unto the Lord. And that's what I do, whatever I do. If I go into a project, it could be with the School for Exceptional Children, it could be my political things, it could be my church things, but whatever I go into, I will not accept a responsibility unless I could give it 100%. And anything I do, I give it 100%. I haven't seen the children in about 2 years because I was like off the island, back and forth for a year, and then we had Dorian and we had the pandemic and whatnot, and so it's like I haven't seen them, but if they're having anything at the school, they always invite me, and you know, that's good. And I really love those children. I love those children. Right now, I just feel so useless. Like there's something I should be doing, but of course I can't do it because of the situation that we're in. Because, you know, they said, but after 65, you should be staying home. Well, you know, I'm way past that, okay?
Congrats again. Stay with us, our Facebook friend of the night, when we return.